Smile.
Do you guys want to just get into it then?
Yeah, lay me down and get into it.
Yo,
yeah.
what?
What's
What's
going
up, everybody?
on?
And welcome back to the Set the Bars podcast, the
That's
show with hot
insane that
takes
that's how we're starting it.
and even hotter men. We have some music to talk about, but we have something even more important to talk about. A person by the name of Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, but we'll be getting into that momentarily. First, we're going to start off with, we're just going to get right into it, our 30-day song challenge that we've been doing. This is week 3, so we'll be doing days 15 through 21. You guys want to just do the same order we've been doing? Ethan, me, Matt. Ethan, me, Matt. Ethan, me,
Sure.
Matt. All right. Day 15 is a song you like that's a cover by another artist.
Yeah. So, I mean, we were talking about this song a lot after last week, and so I just had to put it. I put Mama's Boyfriend by Kanye.
Oh, respect.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's a good one. For me, I put 2. One of them is more recent that I just hadn't heard the original, and then I heard the original and I enjoyed the cover a lot more. And that song is Tizo Touchdown's take on Making Flippy Floppy. I thought was very cool. But my main pick is kind of a cover, but it was more of a live performance of Don't Stop Me Now by Queen by T-Pain.
Ooh.
That is my number
no.
one. That is my number one pick. T-Pain.
I don't think I've heard that, but I really like.
It's
Don't
from
Stop Me
the
Now.
Masked. It's from the Masked Singer.
Oh, I
But
see.
it's really good. It's really good.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, taking it from the Masked Singer is smart.
Mm-hmm.
True. I also did a T-Pain pick. I did Tennessee
know.
Whiskey
Yeah.
from the On Top of the Covers.
Yeah. That
Bro,
was such a cool
his
thing
voice,
to see him
his
sing.
voice is just so good.
Yeah, he has a great singing voice. Day 16, a song that is a classic favorite.
Classic favorite for me is American Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's a
whooped,
good
I
one.
whooped Matt in some rocket racing when I had that song on. Oh my god.
For me, I picked a song that will always be one of my favorite trap tracks of all time. I went with Stir Fry by Migos. Love
Yeah.
that song. It's a classic. Love that shit.
I went down the route of like shit from my childhood. I did fucking Hips Don't Lie from Shakira.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a good pick, too.
that's a good
Banger,
pick. That's a
bro.
good pick.
Wait, how old is Stir Fry now?
Stir Fry came out in late 2017.
Damn.
Damn.
We
So-
considering that a classic?
Climbing up there.
It's about 6 years old. I would say so. I would say so.
All right, brother.
Okay, I believe the next one was karaoke. Yeah, day 17, a song you'd sing with someone on karaoke.
Okay, I put 2 because I've done both of these recently. I put Party in the USA and then My Way by Frank Sinatra.
Oh, My Way
That's
would go
good.
crazy.
Yeah, I did it with this other Italian fella.
My way.
Wait,
Did I kill that?
you kind of got some pipes.
That
Did I
shit
kill
went
that?
Crazy. Low key.
Yo.
Okay.
I gotta run that recording back. Anyway, my pick, I went with a song, since it says with somebody, it's a song that's got 2 artists in it, so it could be a little back and forth. I went with Skate by Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars.
Hmm.
In a room full of dimes, you would be $100.
Wow.
I don't know. I love that track.
I was
That
just-
album is great.
I was just trying to think of some popular shit that
Mhm.
like I could see being played at a karaoke bar. I just did fucking Bye 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 by NSYNC.
That's a good pick. That's a good
Like
pick.
I could see someone picking that.
Yeah. All right. I think this one may or may not have a repeat between a couple of us.
Definitely
Day
not for
18
me.
is a song from the year you were born. What's your pick, Ethan?
The Mr. Brightside that came out when we were born.
Oh.
Mm,
I didn't
And that's
know
like
that.
my school song, so I had to put it.
That's fair.
respect.
For me, I picked "Touch the Sky" by Kanye West and Lupe
Yeah.
Fiasco.
I was thinking of a song off that album too, but
I put Dare by Gorillaz
Oh,
because that
Cool
that album
deviation.
was 2005, and that's a banger.
Yeah, that's a classic. Day 19, we got a song that makes you think about life.
I
Good.
put I forgot I was first. I put a Penny Royal by Joey Badass.
Oh my God, that song
Good
is so
song.
good.
Yeah.
I had 2 picks for this. One of them was "Changes" by J. Cole.
Hmm.
And the second one, which is my real answer, finally using it. I know you guys knew I would use it at some point. I put 90210 by Travis Scott. The first verse doesn't make me think about life, but the second verse 100% does.
Good pick.
Yeah, I didn't know what to put for this one though, so I was like looking through. It's simple, but I put Love Yours.
I mean, that's a good answer.
That
though.
is a good
That's
answer. I was gonna put it, but I didn't want to be too simple.
I couldn't
But-
really think of anything, so
No,
I
it's
was
a
like,
good-
alright.
it is a good answer.
It's a good answer. I wouldn't say it's so simple.
Well, not
considering
so
Matt heard
simple,
it
it's
for the
just 'cause
first
it was,
time,
like,
3
in our
weeks
fucking-
ago.
Yeah, exactly.
It was in my mind. That's why I didn't want to put it.
Yeah.
Next track I believe was multiple meanings, right?
No.
Day 20,
Oh, wait,
a song that has many
Yeah,
meanings
yeah,
to
yeah.
you.
Many meanings.
Interesting. I put Black Petunia by Capital Steez. Good song.
That song is great. I'm so happy you
Dude,
put
my
me onto
friend
that
just
one.
told me he listened to American Corruption.
We are
I
listening
need
to
to I need to
American
listen.
Corruption.
I need to listen to that project. For me, I went with. I mean, this one's not necessarily personally to me having multiple meanings, but it just has several meanings. I went with These Walls by Kendrick Lamar because the entire song can be interpreted 3 different ways, which I think is amazing. So
Put fucking Dry Hands from the Minecraft soundtrack.
that's honestly a good pick, though.
And I was
That's
like,
honestly a good pick,
'cause
though.
nostalgia, and then I've said this to Daniel multiple times. If I knew the world was going to end, I'm going up on a roof, looking at this like sunset and some shit with Dry Hands playing.
It's such.
That's
such a
my
good
end of
pick.
the world song.
Yeah.
All right, and to wrap up week 3, we got day
21.
day
A
21,
song with someone's
like,
name
a
in the
person's
title.
Name in the title.
I put. All right. I don't know if you guys. I have. It has 3 names in the title. Believe it or not. Ed, and Eddie.
Oh my god, I recently watched the music video for the first time. It's
That's a music
such a
video?
good music video.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and it's animated like Ed and Eddie.
Oh, well, you know what? I have seen this.
We like Ed and Eddie. That song is so good.
Such a good song.
That's the Never story, right? That's not
Yeah.
DiCaprio.
Never Story.
Such a good track. I went with Johnny P's Caddy by Benny the Butcher and J. Cole.
fuck. That is a good pick.
Oh, that's a good pick.
I love that track so
Damn.
much.
I had to do a little glaze. I had to do Jennifer's Body.
Fair enough.
Fuck.
Fair enough. All right, and that wraps up week 3. If you guys want to know our last picks, and since it's 30 days and we're only doing it by weeks, we are going to be doing 22 through 30 next episode. So stay tuned for that, and we'll be wrapping up there. We can move on to New Music Friday. We could start with some singles. You guys want to start with anything in particular, or should we just go
I'm good with whatever.
All right, I'll just start with the first thing that I wrote down. I got Fake-ish, which was Jay Bezzy and Sleepy Hollow. Did either of you listen to that one?
Yes, I
Nope.
did.
Okay, that I thought it was cool. It wasn't super exciting, but I like Sleepy's verse. Jay Bezzy was all right. Overall,
Yeah, it was
decent
just like
track.
normal drill. I don't think there was anything crazy.
Yeah. The next one I put, this one was a little bit upsetting to see, but the Mac Miller track, The Quest, was not it. I just
Is he cut-
did
wait,
not
shit was-
like it.
Is he cutting
Jeez.
out a lot, or is that just me?
Am I cutting out for you, Matt?
It was just for that second. But yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's good now.
Yeah, it
yeah, The
definitely
Quest
was
by
like a
Mac Miller.
throwaway, and it should have stayed like that.
Brother, it's
Yeah,
a
that should have been
throwaway.
in the vault.
How many posthumous albums has he released?
Bro,
He's been dead
it's
for like 6
literally
years.
it has.
I think
bro,
one.
it's from watching movies with the sound off. It's from the 10-year anniversary vinyl.
Oh, bruh.
Should have left that shit off.
I agree. I agree. Should have left the
And
album
I
sound
like
off.
that album, and that shit was cheeks.
All right. Next track. This one was this is probably my favorite single to drop, which is the new Big Sean track, Precision.
Oh yeah, that shit was
I
fire.
really fuck with
Yeah.
this one. I like the pew pew ad libs. I think that shit is awesome, and his flows are just really good. Also, he had a couple of really good quotables. Like he said, "Feeling like Phil, they be living like Carlton if I leave him in the will."
Oh, that's valid.
And then oh my god, this one's so funny. I think I'm ready for kids. She said, "Well then stop trying to come in her face." That makes sense. And then
That's wild.
also
I mean, is he
this one was
wrong?
also
No.
this one was really cool. All eyes on me, ho. I feel like I'm Truman. Know we finna win it cuz I'm about to lose it. I think that's a cool bar. So yeah, I just thought the songwriting was solid and the flows were solid throughout the whole thing. So I really fuck with that one. I'm excited to see what Big Sean's got for us in the future.
Yeah, my only gripe was I feel like because he did the chorus 3 times. I feel like it would have just been better if like his verse was a little longer.
Yeah, I understand that. I do have to
It's
say
still
that the
like
chorus
it's
was pretty
not
fucking
like,
electric.
It doesn't fucking kill it for me. But I was
Hey.
like, by the third time, I was like, oh, it would have been cooler if he just went out with just like a long verse in my
Mhm.
opinion.
Yeah, for any big Sean fans, I know this probably won't be me anytime soon, but that song in particular would go crazy live.
That
Yeah.
probably, yeah, no, that would go hard.
Shoot my
live.
shot like, pew, pew, hey,
Yeah,
that shit's so
that
tough.
chorus is just so good.
All right, next track that dropped, we got a new track from Lucky, All Love. I thought the beat was all right. Everything else I kind
Yo.
of thought was pretty butt though.
It was pretty ass.
Like I like Lucky. This shit wasn't it.
No.
It wasn't
Yeah,
as
like
bad
Lucky
as
too.
I thought it was off first listen, but it's not redeemable.
Nah, it was pretty bad.
After that, oh god, YNW Melly, YNW Beastline,
Oh my
Jit 4
fucking
Stan, and
God.
YNW 4L with Save Me. That shit was ass.
I was
Yeah.
so tired. I barely remember listening to it, but it was horrible from what I remember.
Yeah.
I just have the fucking like chorus and like the first like 3 melly bars burned into my mind.
That was the last song we listened to of the night. That shit put me to bed.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Yeah, that shit was so ass. We also got the new Skywater track by featuring Lil Nas and produced by 9 Lives by the name of Light. I thought the beat was cool. I do not like Skywater, but the Lil Nas X verse was pretty good overall. Not great in my personal opinion.
Yeah, it wasn't bad though.
No, it wasn't terrible.
The
It
beat
was
definitely
not.
carried.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think about that one, Ethan?
I mean, we all listened to it together. I have the same opinion.
Yeah. We also got the new Vori and Mariah
Ugh.
the Scientist track.
Ugh,
Drake shit.
fuck
I don't know if
that
he's trying to. I don't know if he's trying to say, "Yeah, I got a big dick" or something. But that song was so cheap,
I
bro.
don't. Anytime I see Drake now and someone saying they're like Drake, I think that.
Yeah, not a good
And if
image.
I
we're
can't-
going off this song, bro's he's not a show.
If you're watching and you listen to Vori, please in the comments tell us why. Like, if you're a Vori fan, tell us why. The only Vori shit that I remember notable is No Child Left Behind is Vori, right?
I think so.
No Child Left Behind.
Yeah. Yeah.
We also got the new Babyface Ray Shy Kid. Interesting about this, the track that I said I kind of liked that he dropped last week, I no longer like. I came back to it and I don't really fuck with it. This one I like.
I also noted that. I said that I enjoyed it more than the one from last week.
Yeah, it was cool. I like the beat and I think the hook was just so clean that made the track for me.
Yeah. And I think that's everything, no?
Yeah, that's all of the singles. We got a few out. I think
Wait,
3
is that
albums
all
to
the
touch on
singles?
I believe so.
now?
Wasn't
do you
there
have anything that we missed?
Lucky, Babyface,
Yachty
Melly.
or Yachty and Lil Dan? Did you guys listen to that? I know
Oh,
Dan
no,
sent a message about it.
Did you listen to it, Ethan?
I did.
Wait, you did? I looked for it and I couldn't find it. So
Because
I
it didn't
listen
come
to
out
it.
the day you talked about it. It came out today.
Oh shit! I didn't listen to it. No, was it
I
good?
barely listened to it. I don't remember.
Okay.
I was a little preoccupied today. I had a lot going on.
Yeah. We got 3 albums for New Music Friday as well, and we'll start off with I guess we'll start off with Tyla's self-titled project. Do you want to just go same order we've been doing the
Yeah.
challenge?
Oh, the challenge? I guess I can go first. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous to give a rating. I don't
No,
know.
you
I
got
don't know what
this.
the floor is like. I was gonna say like this is like a solid like 6 out of 10 for the
Okay.
style. Like because we don't listen to music like that. But that shit was
That's
gas.
true. That's true. I specifically wrote her vocals were on point the whole time. The production was kind of boring a lot of the
Yeah.
time though, and some of the tracks sounded very similar. I didn't think any of the tracks were bad though. Also, she is the most beautiful woman in the music industry since SZA. So, yeah. That didn't affect the rating, but I just thought I'd point that out. I am on pretty much the same page as you. I gave it a 5.8 out of
Oh,
10.
very close. Yeah.
Yeah.
There were
Yeah.
a few songs that I really bump with.
I'm giving it a 7. Pretty much,
Really?
pretty much
Damn.
the same gripes though. But I liked the low. I didn't like the lows weren't as insanely low for me. I actually enjoyed it more.
I just think it was like everything was like kind of mid. There were a few that were good, a few that were a little bad. So I just said 6 was like a valid.
Yeah. Are there any tracks in particular
Nah,
you guys want to touch
I
on?
fucked with it.
I fucked with Jump. Jump was pretty cool. I'm not talking about Water. I mean, we all know Water is like a phenomenal
Jump
song.
was good. I low key I forgot what it's called.
Is it number one? Because that's the other one.
Yeah.
Yes, number one with Thames.
gas.
That shit was really good.
There are 5 tracks that I thought were like, this is playlist worthy. Number 1, Jump. On My Body with Becky G, I also really like.
Yeah.
On My Body. Oh, I really like it.
And then Water, and then the remix for Water. I only have the remix in my playlist because, I mean, you're putting one of my favorite artists on an already pretty good track. So like, it was bound to be good.
Yeah, he was low-key going crazy, too.
Travis does well on pop songs.
He does.
Yeah.
Like K-pop?
Oh, do you guys, by any chance, do you guys know the song No No Better? It's like a Major Lazer song by Travis Scott, Camila Cabello, and Quavo.
Have
you
Maybe
ever
if
heard that track?
I don't know by name.
It is a pop track,
What's
and
it
the
called
only
again?
rap verse is it's called No No Better, KNOWNO Better.
I'm curious.
Quavo actually has a rapping verse, but
keep saying what
Travis
you're gonna
Scott-
say, but I'm not gonna say.
No, that's all. It's just a very enjoyable pop song by that is primarily by
Oh yeah,
Travis
you
Scott.
guys saw Camila Cabello's dropping.
I didn't know.
She's dropping like a single.
Oh, maybe we'll peep it. Maybe we'll talk about it.
Maybe.
But overall, I mean, again, none of the songs were like, oh my
Phenomenal.
god,
Yeah.
you know. But also, none of them were like, oh my god, this is ass, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I want to point out on My Body, she says more time on my wrist. They just watching, and I was like, okay, that's actually kind of a fucking bar, Tyler. Okay. I wasn't expecting bars. That was the only quotable from the project, but I wasn't expecting any.
Yeah, no, I really like the Jamaican sound was fire.
Yeah, Skillabang was cool. Also, the Gunnaverse was great. I literally wrote in all caps, "Yes, Sergio."
That's insane.
Yeah, but it was enjoyable. It didn't suck, and it was short. If it went for too long, then it probably would have sucked.
Facts. It was very
Yeah.
like short and sweet.
Yeah, and that applied to a lot of the individual tracks as well, which I appreciate.
Exactly.
All right, we can move on to our next track. Not Now I'm Busy from Joyner Lucas.
Yo.
Ethan, you wanna
No,
start
I
us
want
off
Matt
here?
to start because
Yeah, Matt, you go
me and
first.
You
You go
talked about
first.
it, and we have
Ethan and I gave brief discussion before we started recording because you were not here
This
yet.
shit was so fucking boring to me.
Really?
Like he's like constantly trying to say like he's like the fuck it, like his life is better than everyone else's. Like this is how it came off.
I don't know if I got that.
Did you listen to the album?
Yes, I listened to the album. But like there was like, and then he's like so hateful all the time, which like yeah, I get it. But like it felt like there was a lot of misogyny.
He wasn't talking about
Low-key?
himself.
I'm just going off what I heard, dude. I wasn't fucking deep analyzing. This is just
What
how
are you giving it then?
I'm giving it a fucking 4.
Okay.
That's not
I
horrible.
only
think it
like
sounds like-
the 3 songs. Like my top 3 is the only songs I really fucked with, besides like the Logic one.
And which 3 were the 3 that you?
The
fucked with?
first one put me on Sticks and
Okay.
Stones, and then I
Okay.
lucky fucked with Broski.
I was gonna say Broski's
Okay.
like the best song on the album, in my
Broski's
opinion.
definitely
Broski
one of
was
the
fire.
best. I'll go next. We'll just do the reverse order. I
Fair.
thought overall the beats were very consistently good.
Mhm.
Joyner's flows are. He never really does anything super new with it, but I think they usually are just pretty hard. And his rhyme schemes are usually impressive, and I don't think the bad songs on it are that bad. But overall, I actually enjoyed this album a lot more than I was expecting to. I give it a 6.5.
Ooh, okay, that's good to know. So I this is a long album, but it did not feel like it. Let's be honest. It, like for
I
me at
agree.
least,
I agree.
I didn't, like the hour went pretty quick. So
For being pretty close to double the length of the Tyla album,
yeah, no, definitely went quick. There was there was no like song that I individually thought was like a 4 out of 10 alone. So like I'm definitely not. I was gonna give it a 6. I think it and Tyla album I like enjoyed equally, but they're so different.
yeah, I think that's fair.
And then top 3, I really liked Broski. The first 2 songs, I guess maybe. I liked I'm Ill. The woman was cooking on that song.
Yeah. For me, I gotta say, I enjoyed a lot of these tracks. Like I got 9 of these tracks in my main playlist.
That's wild.
I probably
I
like
think-
6. I think
First of all, the outro I thought was really cool. By the way, the outro was
the
so
outro
fucking
was very
sick.
cool.
I liked Put Me On. I like the first 4 tracks in a row, actually. Put Me On and I'm Ill were very good. Broski was really good. Sticks and Stones. I mean, I love Conway the Machine. I thought that was a great feature to have. I thought that song was really cool. So Ethan and I actually disagree about this track. Best for me, I did not like at all.
I didn't know. I was kidding. I literally. You thought I was being serious?
I thought you were being serious.
No. I was being so sarcastic.
Oh, okay.
I said right after that it was probably the worst on the album. He probably just didn't hear me.
Oh yeah, I missed that. But he used a country feature in the same way that Dax does, as opposed to like the way that a Lil Durk might when he collabs with like Morgan Wallen, and I just did not like that at all. At least, unlike a Dax song, it did have a decent message behind it, but I did not like it at all. Also, oh my god, Three Little Pigs was so cool.
It was cool.
I thought
really...
that song was sick.
It was cool.
But,
I just didn't really mess with it that much.
Really, I thought it was so sick. And 24 Hours to Live was also a really cool concept for a song.
24 Hours to Live. The outro was like very funny.
Yeah.
Couldn't reach you yesterday.
I couldn't reach you yesterday.
That made me laugh while I was walking around.
Yeah, me too. Well, I wasn't walking around. I was just kind of.
I liked 17
like
too.
Yeah, 17 was also good.
Same beat as Donald Trump by Mac Miller, and I don't know the original.
I didn't notice that.
I don't know the original song that they featured. I tried looking it up, never heard of it. Some from the 70s. They're like the only 2 things that have ever like sampled it.
Mm-hmm. There were like a couple of pretty cool quotables in here. One of them, I on Put Me On. He said, "I just turned your bird into a X. I feel like Elon," which I thought was pretty funny.
That's pretty good.
And also on Cut You Off, which like, why the hell do you have a Youngboy feature on like your Joyner Lucas?
Wait, but Youngboy kind of went hard.
I like the beginning of the Youngboy verse, and then he started singing, and he immediately lost me.
Yeah, I just.
But he said that people are acting like their sneaker size, which I thought was kind of funny.
I don't wait.
Like, because he's saying like sneaker size usually is like a small. They're acting like they are the age of their sneaker size. That's what he's trying to say. Like, what sneaker size are you?
I'm a 12.
Ethan? He's saying you're acting like you're 12 years old.
You sure?
Yapper.
Whatever. Anyway, I thought it was pretty good. We can move on to what is easily the best album that came out this Friday. Future and Metro Boomin's We Don't Trust You. You want to go back to our regular order here?
Yeah, sure. I'm giving this thing a solid let me look at some previous ratings.
Yeah,
it's getting like I'm gonna be honest, like a 7.2.
Okay.
I think it was like above mid, but not like phenomenal.
I think first of all, Metro was doing his thing the entire time. Future was going crazy on a lot of it, not all of it, but on a lot of it. And I thought all of the features were very, very, very good. I gave it a 7.4. Because I was thinking about other stuff, and I was like, I liked it almost as much as the Saba, but I didn't want to put it on par with it because I did like the Saba a little bit more, so I docked it half a point from that. I mean, a tenth of a point from that.
Yeah, and I think I have to go back. I think I'm up in Blue Lips. Blue Lips is so good. I'm putting it.
You're upping it again?
Did I up it already?
I think you may have.
It just keeps outperforming. It's getting an 8. It keeps outperforming everything we listen to.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I already have an 8 on that one. It's such a good
I've gone back to like so many of the tracks on it. It's so goddamn good.
Me too. But
listen to Blue
Lips.
Lips.
Is definitely the second best project to have dropped so far this year, in my personal opinion.
I think it's the third for me.
But what else beats it out?
The 21 Savage album.
Really?
Yeah.
I enjoyed the 21 Savage album. I didn't enjoy it as much. I think this is the type of project where we could go a little bit into a couple of the tracks.
Matt hasn't said anything yet.
Oh yeah, my bad, Matt. Go ahead.
I'm giving this a fucking 6.8, bro.
Yeah, it's fair. It's not that crazy.
For me, the shit in between the big features was like, it wasn't bad.
All the same.
Like, yeah, it was all this, and nothing blew me away in between. It felt like filler in a sense.
No, I respect it. I kind of agree. That's why I didn't give it crazy.
Not to discredit Future, because I think on the songs with features, Future does his fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
hard to like for one man to go for like an hour straight and all be good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. Especially when you're like Future and we're not talking about like somebody who's doing like conscious rap.
Yeah, and a lot of the beats are not like easy to fucking like. He's flowing like crazy, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But like it felt like the features definitely carry. But like a lot of the other shit, I mean there's exceptions, but like shit like Young Metro for me was valid on its own. But like a lot of it just felt like filler for you, like just trying to wait for the next big feature to come in.
Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying.
another thing I'm happy about, they no feature names on drop, and they were added a day later, which is exactly how it should be done.
Yep, I agree. It wasn't even a day later. They added them back yesterday.
On Spotify they've been there for like 2 days.
Oh, on Apple Music they were there yesterday for the first time.
I think they might have been on Sunday, maybe. Forget.
But yeah, like we could touch on a couple of the tracks really quickly. Like for example, the intro, so fucking good. I
Yeah.
really like the intro. The
Yeah.
intro was great. Young Metro and Ice Attack also really good. I mean, Type Shit, Travis. Oh my god, the bridge from Travis on Type Shit was so fucking cool, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was
Nah,
was-
dude.
Also, I wanted no go ahead. Go
People
ahead.
are fucking glazing the Cardiverse so hard.
Honestly, I like the Cardi verse.
No, like
I was-
it's good, but people are saying like it's the best on it. Like Travis
You've
clears
seen? I
on
haven't
that
seen
song.
that.
on
I haven't seen
TikTok,
that,
bro.
but
On
that's
TikTok, people are
crazy.
talking crazy.
That's why, bro. Because you are in with like
You're
the
in-
vamp,
you're in
the
opium
vamp.
TikTok.
Yeah,
it's not
you-
even like a video saying like Cardi's good. It's just a video of in general like talking about like the top moments on the album.
and they talk about Cardi's
and they
verse.
put the Travis bridge below Cardi's verse.
I couldn't disagree more. Like I think the Travis bridge is honestly probably the second best feature on the entire
Yeah,
thing.
no,
Rick
like
Ross-
Rick
it's
Ross
insane.
might be better. Rick Ross's verse might be better, but
Nah.
the Travis bridge was so fucking cool. Also, I wanted to give Cardi credit where credit's due because he even had a little bit of wordplay at the end of his verse.
No, I don't want to
He-
get Cardi credit.
He used type shit in many different ways. He was saying it just like, type shit, like the entire fucking song. But then he was talking about at the end of a bar, he said, "I don't got no type shit." And at the end, he was like, "Y'all just type shit." Like he used it 3 different. I thought that was cool.
That's pretty good, but we gotta flame this man. Just a quick thing. He canceled like every single tour date.
Dude,
Yeah, that's
this is,
crazy.
I don't think
this
he's
is
good.
the third time he's done this. This is nothing new.
He's such
I know.
a scammer,
It was
bro.
supposed to be like fall last year, then it got moved to like January, and now he canceled it again.
I saw this TikTok of this guy, and he was like, he was speaking Cardinese, asking
Yeah,
for a
in
refund.
the DMs.
Cut it,
This is all
get
he
it,
does.
shut the
bro.
album. Anyway.
He's desperate, bro. I feel
Yeah, that
bad.
guy's a
One thing I-
monster.
One thing I really want to talk about: Everyday Hustle. Again, awesome Rick Ross feature. I think Future outdoes
beat,
Rick
bro.
Ross on this track.
That song
Honestly,
was really good overall.
because we never hear Future on a beat like that, and I think it worked really, really well. I think Future cooked on that.
Yeah, bro, went crazy.
I also was not happy about him edging us with Slimed In. I really thought there was going to be a Thug feature.
Yeah, dude. And the
there
worst
was
part is
not.
like, if you like go to like, on like Genius and look at the album,
Does it
those
say that
fuckers
he's-
wrote featuring Young Thug.
Oh,
Like, bro.
that's so fucked up. All right, well, there's one more song that we got to talk about. And honestly,
Yeah.
if we talk about it last, we can just transition immediately into what we were going to talk about after this album. Like That,
Yeah.
featuring Mr. K. Dot himself, the GOAT. First of all,
Beat is so addictive,
insane beat, insane fucking beat. Future goes crazy. His flows are awesome. The hook is awesome, and also Future's outro was really fucking cool. And then, of course, we have the Kendrick Lamar verse, in which he disses J. Cole and Drake. I still can't believe this is happening. I'm so
Respectable
excited for
Drake
rap
is-
music. I still think this is the best thing to happen to rap music this decade, and I think it will go down that way for the rest of the decade too.
Depends on how they all react, I think.
They better fucking respond. I'll lose my mind if they don't.
Drake, I saw a thing. I don't remember what he said. He technically responded. He said some shit at like a concert.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we,
he's like,
we
I
were
got my
talking.
head high. I'm 10 fucking toes down. Fuck you. You're a bitch. Respond.
Yo,
Damn.
If neither of them respond, they're pussy, bro. They need to fucking respond because Kendrick cooked their shit.
I feel like he was. People are like being OD about the J. Cole diss. I feel like he was going after Drake way more than J. Cole. J. Cole just
you
like
would
caught
think
astray.
that?
Drake
I
got all
feel
that-
like-
all
I
glizz.
disagree.
nothing to back
you-
it up, dude.
When you look
It's
at it
tragic.
more, there was definitely more directed at J. Cole than what you would get on first listen. I want to go into the lyrics because there are a lot of specific lines, and I mean a lot of specific lines that have some fucking shit behind them.
Yeah,
I was looking on Genius just so I could get all my notes nice and good.
Mm-hmm.
There was one line in Kendrick's verse that wasn't highlighted with notations, and it was
Oh,
him saying, "Okay, let's get it, bro."
Oh
Yeah.
nah.
Everything else was highlighted. So I
why
mean, we
he's
could
my
start
goat,
with the beginning. These N-words talking out of their necks. Don't pull no coffin out of your mouth. Could be a possible reference to J. Cole starting first-person shooter, saying "We turning your song to a funeral." That's a lot of parallels that people are drawing.
yeah, I've
So-
seen that a lot.
Coffin sounds like coughing,
Coughing.
which normally happens out of the mouth. And then there's also DOT, the money, power, respect.
The
Just him
last
saying
one
because
is better.
The last one is better.
K Dot is saying like he deserves the money, power, and respect, but also this is not something that I knew until looking on Genius. D Dot, a producer, produced an album by the Locks in
Money, Power, and
1998
Respect.
by the name of Money, Power, and Respect. It's also a callback to Backseat Freestyle, which is pretty cool. All my life I want money and power, respect myself.
Nah, bro.
die
I
for
saw. I don't
myself.
know if you're gonna mention it. I saw someone use that like whole bar. The up to it's a lot of goofies with a check. And
Oh
he
God,
was like,
I was about
Yeah,
to.
we gotta
Yeah,
talk
continue,
about. I mean, that's
continue.
just
we
And
can
then
get to that bar next.
that's a straight up.
One specific note that I put was I doubt it, but possibly a reference to Goofy from Disney. Hence,
oh, I wasn't.
being-
I wasn't
being-
even gonna say that. But that
being
shit
a
is such a
dog.
reach.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
I
I saw
that too.
people
Very-
say it. I
insane
saw-
reach.
I saw a
That's a
video
reach.
from
It
a
has to be
podcast
Nike
I
and
listened to, and they were talking about it. He was like, he's calling him Goofy because he's a dog, but he's not scary.
Yeah, for all the
Yeah,
dogs,
bro.
Goofy's a dog. Like I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I was like,
it's more of
and they
like
put a photo
talking
of like a
about-
fucking mascot from Disney, bro. I was
Yeah,
like, oh
yeah.
my god.
yeah. He was saying like the Goofy rappers have the most money, obviously referencing Drake, and like social media platforms verify. Hence
Yeah,
a
yeah.
check. But also what Ethan was saying, Drake having a deal with Nike.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever that
It
I,
was
I,
the
fully, I
Nike
fully
thing.
agree. That's what it is.
It was the Nike thing. It was money, and it was like verification. He was like,
Yep.
none of it matters
Which is
unless you're
also nuts.
respected.
Also, of course, there's him saying, "My temperament bipolar, I choose violence," which is just him blatantly saying the point of this verse, which is him saying that he doesn't fuck with the peace between the quote-unquote big three, which I think is so tough. He just wants the smoke, which I think is kind of what rap is about, honestly.
Mhm.
And
The fuck are we ball?
it's time for him to prove that he's a problem is so crazy because it's just him saying he doesn't understand why Drake and Cole think they're too scary to go after. It's just so like it's like belittling in like such an aggressive way.
Because you're a pussy.
Exactly. This one, oh my god. I'm so happy I looked into this one because I didn't get it at all. The N-words clicking up but cannot be legit no 40 water.
dude, I saw that shit.
Oh my god. First of all, clicking up would normally be spelled with the QU because they're like forming a click, but it's spelled with a CK because the click spelled that particular way is a group including with two members being E40 and Be Legit.
Yeah.
Cannot be legit no 40 water. 40 water being a song by E40.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, that's insane.
And then there's
basically the bar is just saying that he doesn't think
I don't-
Drake and Cole are a legitimate threat.
dude,
as
there's
a duo.
all. I also saw a thing that they were like 40 water or it might have been a different song because it's related to E40 uses the same sample as like that.
Oh my god. Does it actually?
Yeah.
It does. I did
That's
see that too.
so sick. I didn't know that.
And I was like, holy shit.
We obviously have one of the most blatant bars, which is fuck sneak this in first person shooter. I hope they came with 3 switches. It's literally just Kendrick blatantly referencing the song by Drake and J. Cole and saying that they better come at him because he knows that he'll beat them if they do.
With 3 switches.
With three
nah.
switches. three each probably. Oh my god. And then we got like this Melly Mel if I had to. Since Melly Mel is such an iconic rapper, he basically represents rap as a genre. Kendrick is just saying if he had to like do that to prove his point, he would diss one of the most iconic rappers of all time just to establish that he's the greatest, which is, again, insane. And then we got we got 2 T's with me. I'm snatching chains and burning tattoos. So I had to look this up, obviously. I don't know who 2 T's is. He's the director of security at Top Dog Entertainment, which is the label that Kendrick was formerly at.
Yeah.
And it's basically saying he's willing to go to extreme levels of violent disrespect between snatching chains and burning tattoos, which is, oh my god. This one, oh my god. If you walk around with that stick, it ain't Andre 3K. Oh my god. This one, see, this is how I know that he was going at Cole, because this one's directly at J. Cole. Because in the song Stick, he goes like, I still treat a ride through the hood like a walk through the woods, got a stick that I take with me. And what's it called? It's basically similar to like I hope they pull up with 3 switches. It's just him saying, pull up on me, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. Also, the Andre 3000 thing is just him saying, if J. Cole's got a stick, it's a gun, it's not a flute. Like what Andre 3000 is currently traveling the world with, which I think is funny.
That man is insane.
This one is a reach, but I thought it was interesting to note, which is him saying, I still got PTSD, because there's a track from Revenge of the Dreamers 3 by the title of PTSD, and also a bar from Rich Flex by Drake and 21 Savage where he says, I'm steady pushing P, you N-words, pushing PTSD. So it could be a reference to that, but I think that's a little bit of a reach.
That is it.
And then, of course, we got motherfuck the big 3 N-word. It's just big me. I didn't even write any notes on
That's
that.
a
I just
direct,
wrote it down.
yeah.
That one's directly at both of them. Your best work is a light pack. He's just calling both of them ass, obviously. Prince outlived Mike Jack. This one's crazy. So I'll just say exactly what I wrote down word for word so I don't fuck up the wording of it. So Prince, who is seen as less mainstream and more experimental than pop superstar Michael Jackson, lived longer than him. Kendrick is also stating that this is the case for how their art stands up. He is comparing himself to Prince, while Drake always compares himself to Michael Jackson, like on first-person shooter, claiming that Kendrick, in both his art and life, will outlast Drake, which is just like... He said that in 4 words. He said that shit in 4 fucking words. Oh my god, Kendrick. And let's see, what else do we got here? Oh, of course, the last bar of the entire thing. I mean, come on. For all your dogs getting buried, that's a K with all these 9s. He gonna see Pet Cemetery.
Yeah, insane.
That's probably my favorite on the entire thing. So it's a clear reference to For All the Dogs, Drake's latest album. So a K, or an AK-47, is a bigger
reach, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's like a bigger gun and uses a higher caliber than guns that fire 9mm. Kendrick is seeing himself, especially with his name starting with K, as the AK, whereas the 9s or smaller guns are Drake, J. Cole, and pretty much every other rapper, which I think is kind of fucking insane.
It's like a quadruple entendre.
Yeah, it's insane. And then there's also the Pet Cemetery bar. Pet Cemetery is a horror book by Stephen King about a place that brings things back to life when they're like buried there.
And a movie, very good movie.
Yeah, and the place's mystical powers are first discovered with a reanimated pet cat that died in the story. So Pet Cemetery is referencing dead pets as in dead dogs. For all the dogs, Drake. Pretty straightforward on that one. But it's crazy that that's how everything goes. That's just Kendrick's verse on that one thing. This beef goes so much further. I'm gonna try to provide a bit of a deep dive because I know a lot about the background to this, whereas the other fellas don't know as much about it. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I do have a lot of notes down. So if it takes a little while, it takes a little while. Trust me, you guys are gonna want to stay for this because it is it goes deep. It's been going on for over a decade at this point. So first off, another thing that I wanted to note on is Future dissing Drake on the title track, where he says, on I think the second verse starts with him going, "You an N-word's #1 fan, dog. Sneak dissing, I don't understand, dog. Pillow talking, acting like a fed, dog. I don't need another fake friend, dog. Can't be about a hoe cause we sharing, dog. In your feelings, N-word while you playing, dog." Which obviously the dog at the end of every bar is referring to Drake because they were friends, and also again For All the Dogs reference, and him mentioning "in your feelings" makes it a little bit clearer that he's talking about Drake, because "In My Feelings" is obviously one of Drake's biggest hits of the 2010s. And yeah, that's all for what happened on We Don't Trust You. So we could get into a little bit of the history. I'll start with the history between Metro and Drake because it's a lot simpler. So I don't know how much of this you guys know about, but it's pretty simple. So it starts with Heroes and Villains releases in late 2022, Metro Boomin's album, and there was initially a Drake verse on the track Trance by Travis Scott and Young Thug.
Good.
And it got removed. The verse ended up leaking, allegedly, by Drake to spite Metro. And Metro was also later got tight about how her loss, by Drake and 21 Savage was in like very high contention to beat Heroes and Villains for a lot of accolades and awards. And he was very upset about that on Twitter. So I do have to say, though, I think it is very possible that the Drake verse just got removed because it was filling out time that didn't need to be filled out. And it was also, in my opinion, it wasn't necessary. Like, the song is still good without it. It's not any better with it.
The snake is smacking on your face. The verse
it would be more popular, and it would do way better with Drake.
I like the leaked verse, but yeah, it doesn't need, like, it's still good without it.
It's unnecessary.
I would have liked it,
think
though.
It was,
I
think it was probably removed for time padding, which is not something I like when artists do because I don't mind extra long songs, and it really bothers me that Travis Scott did that with Fiend for Sheck West because I love that verse. But
yeah.
It's something artists do. Like, Travis Scott doesn't think that verse is bad. It would have been, the song just would have been longer than he wanted it to be. And I think that's probably what happened, and Drake probably just took it personally and allegedly leaked it. I'm in belief that Drake probably did do it because that's what got Metro all tight about Drake in the first place. And then also Metro did tweet out implying that everyone involved with the album is on their side of the beef and there is no staying neutral, which I think is interesting. Also, soon after that, a certain Travis Scott posted the album cover on his story, potentially implying that he has chosen a side, which further implies that that all the features are allegedly on Metro and Kendrick and Future's side of the little war that's going on too, which I think is pretty
Some breaking news: Kanye has officially joined the war.
Oh God!
He posted "No more parties in LA" on his story, and Kendrick's featured on that.
Oh God! Here's the thing that I think happens with Kanye. Kanye obviously doesn't fuck with Drake for many reasons. They've been beefing on and off forever, and Drake is Jewish, so Kanye obviously doesn't like him. So here's the problem,
so many reasons to join.
Yeah. So here's the thing, though. Kendrick is like the hip hop king of wokeness. I think we can all agree on that. And
I like that take. Hip hop king of wokeness.
It's true. It is. He's the only hip hop artist who has ever gone out of his way to make a song saying that trans people are a good thing. He's the only person to ever do that in the hip hop scene. At least that's mainstream, you know? And I don't think Kendrick wants Kanye affiliating with him after what happened a couple years ago. So I think Kanye might be in the background throwing disses at Drake's side of it. I don't know. I don't see Kendrick knowing how he is.
Yo, Kendrick on Vultures too?
Affiliating. Maybe.
Nah, bro, let's be real. Nah.
I highly doubt it, though. I highly doubt Drake would want to
put my name on that.
Exactly. Especially as Kendrick. A lot of artists don't agree with the shit Kanye says and hop on songs, which I think is only a valid excuse if you're not hopping on a song where he's like saying that shit. So Ty Dolla $ign's out of the question there. I think Ty Dolla $ign's almost as bad as Kanye just for doing that shit. But everyone else, like, you got Quavo, you got Cardi, you got Travis, all featured on that shit, but they're all very neutral songs. He's not saying anything ridiculous on that, so I think that's fine. Like, I still respect Freddie Gibbs, but I just don't think Kendrick would associate, because again, just his background of being like, for again, lack of a better word, being woke,
being
as an individual. Woke. But then we could go into the background between Kendrick and Drake's beef. I'll try to give as little of a synopsis as possible, but there is a lot to go into here. So, as you guys probably know, this starts with a Big Sean track featuring Kendrick Lamar and Jay Electronica by the name of Control, where Kendrick delivers a 3-minute verse. 3 minutes, where he he simultaneously shows love to all of his fellow artists and expresses that he's trying to kill all of them. Where he literally says, "I got love for you all, but I'm trying to murder you."
Oh, yeah,
Make sure
yeah,
your core
yeah.
fans never heard of you N-words. Don't want to hear not one more noun or verb from you N-words, etc., etc., etc. And this includes, but is not limited to, Big Sean and Jay Electronica, who were on the song with him, and Drake, J. Cole, and many more. You got Wale, you got Big Crit, you got Meek Mill, you got Pusha T, calling out all of these people. And most rappers were like, okay, this is like healthy competition for rap. This will get people like in their zone, and they're going to be like on their grind now. And that's kind of what Kendrick was going for. Obviously, if Big Sean and Jay Electronica didn't feel that way, they wouldn't let it happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Because
He literally on a track that they were both on, he was like, "I'm trying to murder you." So,
Yeah.
I have respect for a lot of the rappers that took it that way. However, I don't think Drake is in the wrong in what happened. Drake took it a little more personally, but not until after the fact, where he met up with Kendrick at the VMAs and said it was all love, and he thinks that the diss was then a little disingenuous and should have been more real. Like, it should have been, "It's up right now. And why are you like showing all this love to me if you were literally weeks ago on a track saying I'm trying to murder you?" Which honestly, I think that's fair. I think Drake is right with that, to be honest.
Nah, he's being a bum.
Yeah, he being a little bitch.
I don't know. I disagree. I think Kendrick
You
standing
little
on
bitch?
the diss.
It's just
You
a bar.
Drake?
I think Kendrick standing on the diss
it's just
is
music.
what it's about. But
It's about
Again,
music.
in-
It's not
in
about
Kendrick's
personal
defense-
life.
Yeah.
in Kendrick's defense,
About the
standing on the
culture.
diss is what he's doing now with Like That. You know? So it's like, it's kind of come full circle moment where Kendrick's just like turned into the villain in a good way, you know? So I still think Drake is not entirely in the wrong at this point. But after that, Drake and Kendrick proceed to throw sneak disses and songs and albums for like over a decade just between each other. Some of them more blatant than others. And obviously Kendrick seems to be done with that, starting his main disses by saying, "Fuck sneak dissing." So I think that era of their beef is over with the Like That verse. But there's also some stuff that goes on before and leading up to and after this, which is Kendrick's rise to fame. So Kendrick, when he was going up, had given Drake a copy of Section 80 before it released, and he was the only person that wasn't one of Kendrick's affiliates to hear it before it came out. And Drake was like, "Yeah, this shit is fire, oh my god." And yeah, so Kendrick was a big part in Drake's other way around. Drake was a big part in Kendrick's come up into the fame, and Drake later had Kendrick and A$AP Rocky as guests on a tour while they were like, you know, building up their fame and everything and whatever. And then Good Kid, Mad City comes out, which, I mean, it's a classic. Kendrick starts taking some awards. Kendrick starts getting more accolades than Drake, and Drake is getting kind of pissed about it. Which, if we're being real,
Big fucking baby, dude.
I mean,
sorry.
Would you not be?
I
Dude.
wouldn't.
Like, he's just better. Then up your game. Don't get
It's
salty.
true. That's true. That's fair. And let's see. Oh, okay. So, also Drake does come back to mention like on social media many times that he kind of like helped make Kendrick a little bit, which is a little crazy, but partially true at least. One thing that happened in an interview with DMX, may he rest in peace. DMX said if he had the opportunity to, he would want to get in an elevator with Drake and beat the shit out of him.
My goat. R.I.P.
Now, Drake was obviously, I think this time very justifiably upset.
Yeah,
with this.
that's
Nah. That's just some real shit.
And Kendrick later in an interview was asked about how they thought about it, and he was like, "Oh, we thought it was the funniest shit ever." So Drake probably took that personally, which I think, again, a little bit of a reach from Drake.
it's pretty funny.
It is
It
funny.
is funny. It's funny.
But if I'm Drake, I'm gonna be upset. But I'm not gonna be upset about people finding it funny.
Like
'Cause-
if some
it
guy
is.
said that to one of my boys, I'm sorry, I'm laughing, bro.
Yeah, 100%. And this is the craziest thing. I did not know about this. Probably the most disrespectful thing Kendrick Lamar could have ever done in this beef. So Drake, in early to mid-February, drops his most ambitious project. Surprise drops it with the mixtape titled "If You're Reading This, It's Too Late." It's a classic at this
Banger.
point. It's very good. It's awesome. It's great. and it came out of nowhere. And again, it's like seen by many like critics as Drake's best work ever. Then,
I
5
believe
weeks later, Kendrick Lamar decides to do a little surprise drop just to like counter Drake and be like, haha, 5 weeks later, exactly 5 weeks later, Kendrick is like, now I'm going to drop something without any promotion. Kendrick Lamar dropped a project by the name of To Pimp a Butterfly.
Oh, no, that's cooked.
So Drake
Tough.
dropped one of his best projects out of nowhere just for Kendrick 5 weeks later to drop arguably the best rap album of all time.
Not arguably, it is.
I agree. I could understand people
bro's
giving
cooked.
there are a couple of other answers that I can respect though, but I can't believe it. It is the most awesome thing that Kendrick has ever done.
I'd be tight. No, there I'd be tight as fuck.
Yeah, if I'm Drake there, I am pissed because that took so many accolades over Drake. Kendrick won like a
Album
ton
of
of
the year.
VMAs.
Because like,
Kendrick won a
yo, if
ton
you're
of
reading this,
Grammys.
it's too late. Is a banger.
The only
I'd
big Grammy
be
that Kendrick
pissed.
Lamar, the only big Grammy that Kendrick Lamar lost that year was best album, which he lost to Taylor Swift's 1989. Which I mean,
Yeah, I guess.
what are you gonna
can't-
do?
Yeah.
By the way, which he's featured on it. He's featured on 1989.
Oh no.
good for him.
That's the one with Bad Blood.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I need to see Kendrick at the Eras tour, bro. My God.
that would be
Imagine.
awesome.
Imagine, bro. She brings out Kendrick. Oh my God.
That would be so crazy. Anyway, so after that,
She towers him.
if you guys remember, oh yeah, she's like 5'10". She's way taller
11.
than him. She's 5. Oh my God, she's tall. Holy shit. Anyway, so To Pimp a Butterfly comes out. If you guys remember,
Taller than me.
King Kunta, Kendrick made a very arbitrary reference to knowing about a rapper who may or may not have had a ghostwriter. On King Kunta, he goes,
No.
"I can dig rapping, but a rapper with a ghostwriter.
Ghostwriter.
What the fuck happened?
Oh.
I swore I wouldn't tell, but most of y'all sharing bars like you got the bottom bunk of a two-man cell."
We all
And
know
nobody
Drake as a
nobody knows who he's
ghostwriter.
talking about. Nobody knows who he's talking about at this point. Drake does, because Drake knows that it's him, but nobody else knows at this point, and Kendrick refuses to admit it in interviews. A little bit later, a certain Robert Williams, also known as Meek Mill,
Oh no.
comes out on Twitter
Oh no.
saying, "Stop comparing me to Drake. Drake don't even write his own music. He's got ghostwriters."
Cooked.
And people are like, "Oh my God."
Cooked.
People are like, "Oh my God." And then people later realize, "Oh my God, that's who Kendrick was talking
No,
about."
Drizzy Drake.
Standing
No,
on
Drizzy
business.
Drake Rogers.
Oh
And
God.
then in Drake's defense, he drops an iconic diss track on Meek Mill with Back to Back. Such a good diss track, and that's what happens with that. So this is another thing that I didn't know happened throughout the beef. Drake goes out of his way somewhere around 5 times to try and squash the beef, giving like shout outs and congratulations to Kendrick Lamar on certain occasions. Kendrick never stops to acknowledge anything Drake says, probably seeing them as like disingenuous or fake, and the beef just continues. Drake will be like,
Yeah.
Drake was on tour with J. Cole a while ago and was like, "Just want to give a quick shout out to my brother Kendrick Lamar. He's one of the greatest in the game right now." The next thing we heard from Kendrick Lamar was another diss towards Drake. He was not for squashing it, and Drake tried many times, which is
Standing
where
on
we
business.
first get. This is the
Bro
first
does
time where
not
we get
want the
Drake
smoke.
being like peak softness, because Drake at first was like, he
Nah,
wasn't
you
standing on
saw
the
the
beef when
video.
he dropped the Control verse, and now he's standing on the beef. Now he's standing on it.
The video is peak softness, Loki.
Wow.
True. Anyway.
I'm proud of that one.
How quick do we
Oh
want to
my God,
move?
Yeah, you should be. All right. Next thing that happens. This is a bit later. Drake drops the 3-track project Scary Hours 2 in early 2021. It's a little bit later discovered
God.
that What's Next
Fucking love
initially
that.
had a verse from Baby Keem, who was actually not very relevant at all at the time, and that verse ended up being
2021?
removed.
Yes, he was. Orange
Yeah.
Soda was like a hit.
Yeah, but just Orange Soda. He was
That's
known
alright.
for Orange Soda. He was the Orange Soda guy, and he was the honest guy, and that was
And
kinda
that shit
it at
was
that
valid.
point. Yeah, no, I agree.
Nah,
but he
that
wasn't. He was not like
he was my goat.
he wasn't the person you could be like, he's on a
I had
Drake song,
I had
you know?
Sound of Bad Habit. Bumping.
Sound of Bad Habit is such a good project.
Anyways.
But
Have him
anyway,
die for my bitch.
it's rumored heavily that Drake felt like Keem outdid him, so he removed the verse, which I think is honestly very possible because the Keem verse was very good. And I mean, what's next?
God, Drake's such a little bitch.
Or he learned that they were cousins.
Yeah.
Maybe
he found out about the bloodline
and then took him off. Okay.
I feel like that's more plausible.
That could genuinely...
You're probably right. Around 6 months pass, and a certain track by the name of "Family Ties" comes out by Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar. So obviously there's sourness between Kendrick and Keem, and I mean between Kendrick and Drake, and probably between Drake and Baby Keem at this point, because of the verse getting dropped. Because that would have been huge for Baby Keem.
If imagine you just cooked, and they're like, nah, man.
On a Drake song, people would know who you are, bro. People would have been bumping.
Nah,
Die
fine,
for My Bitch.
Because
until the Melodic Blue came out.
Bro didn't need that.
Exactly. So then, Baby Keem drops still his best verse ever and the best verse of 2021 in my personal opinion. And then Kendrick comes in as well. I'm assuming most of you listening to the podcast know Family Ties. Probably Song of the Year 2021. Actually, no, easily Song of the Year 2021. Kendrick's part starts with him claiming to be, smoking on top fives, a list that for many rap listeners contains Mr. Drizzy Drake Rogers. And with a similar sentiment to Unlike That, Kendrick's verse is kind of establishing, despite the fact that he's been gone for fucking 4 years, he is still the best and no one can touch him. Same ideas as his verse.
Dude,
Unlike
I love that
pretty
people
much.
use that as like a reason why Kendrick is not good. They're like, yo, he vanishes
you
every 5 years.
You use that against Ski Mask.
No. It's such a stupid excuse because, like, he's vanishing because he's making good music, as opposed to Drake, who would drop something every single
I'm not
year.
saying Ski Mask is bad because he's vanishing. I'm saying when he comes back, it's mid.
That's not what you said.
Kendrick is a different story.
Yeah, that's true.
But like
with
people
Drake,
being like, dude, you're never here. You suck. Like,
with Drake, I'm very happy that he's planning to be taking a hiatus, which I'm assuming will not be including the hopefully soon response to Kendrick. But for a project, he said he's taking a hiatus, which I think will be good for Drake. I think he'll probably drop something very quality.
Yeah.
Anyway, at the end of the song, we get Baby Keem with a bar that I honestly hadn't even registered could be referencing Drake, but honestly probably is the last bar of the entire song, where he says, "Number 2, DMing my bitch. That's cool, I don't ask why." Very likely saying number 2, as in like rappers, considering that Kendrick is number 1, is trying to steal Baby Keem's girl, and Baby Keem is just saying he doesn't give a shit, Drake's a bitch, and he's unfazed by it, and he won't ask why.
I think that might be a reach, I'm gonna be honest.
I think it might be, but who else could he be referring to by saying number 2 is DMing his bitch?
I think he's just talking about like a side, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. But
I think he's just calling himself number 1.
You might be right. But one thing I want to move on to, which is some conspiracy theory ass shit, because that's the background of the beef. I think this has heavy Captain America Civil War potential.
Oh my god, seeing the poster.
Oh, they're
I
so funny.
love it.
I wrote a list of possible teams.
The rap
just
Civil
based
War
off of
here.
affiliets and their close affiliates.
There are
what
some
makes the most
confirmed
sense.
ones.
I do have a question.
Yeah, there are some confirmed ones. The only two. Okay, I'll tell you what. There are some confirmed ones, and then there are some where, like, if they get involved, they will be on this side.
Yeah.
There were 2 that I thought might get involved, but I have no idea which side they would be on. And those
21 Savage.
are 21 Savage is gonna be with
definitely
Drake.
on Drake.
I don't know.
No, Metro was shitting on her loss. That's what like really sparked it. 21
Same
Savage
with Future.
was on that project, and then 21 Savage hasn't done anything with Metro recently.
Yeah, but him and Metro are like OG.
Yeah, I know, but I think 21.
So we're Future and Drake though.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
Exactly.
People are switching sides.
Future dissing Drake was completely out of left field. Like, Life is Good. What a
Life
fucking
is good. It's
classic
such
that
a
is.
He said he really didn't fuck with her loss.
The 2 people that I think might get involved, but I have no idea which side they would get involved on, are Quavo and Offset. Because they fuck with Metro, they fuck with Future, they fuck with Travis heavy,
I think they're on
but they
Metro.
also fuck with Drake.
I could see him signing with Metro.
And Offset's made music with Cole before.
Travis is neutral middle.
I think, well,
Drake is chaotic good.
okay. So I'm gonna go through the list for each. You guys want to hear Team Kendrick or Team Cole first? I know it should be called
We
Team
gotta
Drake,
save
but
the
Cole is
best for
just better.
last.
So Team Cole first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like I think like I mean we'll see after. But like
Although many people would consider this Team Drake, J. Cole will be a much larger contributor to rap beef than Drake.
yeah, I was
in my
gonna say like
personal
when you
opinion.
look at like I said we'll get into it, but like a lot of the big names for like the Drake side are because of Dreamville.
Yes, that's true.
But
And
then like a lot of the big names on Kendrick's side are really just the album features.
it's true, but
I mean,
we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
Yeah.
So I guess we could analyze the scariness factor for the other team for each person. So obviously we got J. Cole. That's pretty fucking scary for Kendrick's side. We got Drake, which I think Drake can deliver pretty. I mean, back to back is again a fucking classic. We got 21, who I'm assuming will be on Drake's side for this, which is unfortunate because he's been with Metro, but I think he will be with Drake for this. One of the scariest, very likely people to get involved with this, Weezy F Baby, will definitely be on Drake's side. And that
I see
is
it.
not looking good at all.
Like that's what I'm
for-
saying.
for
Like
Kendrick.
besides like the people from the album, I feel like there's more danger on Drake's side.
There is a lot of danger on Drake's side, and we'll get into it. I got frequent collaborators and stuff like that. Some of them are more reaches, but we'll just talk about it as we go. So we got Dreamville, of course. We got Ari Lennox, who probably won't do much. I mean, she's a singer. We got Kaz, Omen, and Loot, who are all actual spitters. They're very underrated.
Yeah.
I only really listen to them on Dreamville shit, but I plan to listen to their catalogs at some point. We
gotta listen to
Earth
Loot.
Gang, Boss, and Jid.
Boss.
Those are scary artists
Boss.
right there.
Damn, you're getting
Boss, and
involved?
Jid. Yeah. Well, no, not me. My twin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're not the same person. We just look alike. Come on,
My
silly
fault.
goose. But
Ew.
that can be scary. We also have a very very likely side chooser. I don't know about a participant, but SZA. I think could say some
Oh, my
toxic shit,
queen.
but I mean she can rap. She's rapped before.
Oh no,
so
she's
it's
definitely on
possible.
Drake's side. There was a video yesterday.
Yeah.
She was throwing ass to Sexy Red.
Yeah, and Rich Baby Daddy
Exactly.
and Slime You Out.
Yeah.
We also got Central C, which could be pretty good for their side. Potentially Dave. I mean, they
Nah,
did a
I don't think
project
they're getting
together,
involved.
but I don't think so.
I saw Dirk said he's siding with Drake.
Yep, I had Dirk down here. Dirk definitely would be on Drake's side because I mean he's worked with Cole, he's worked with Drake, both very good songs that he's worked with those two, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
We got Sexy Red, who I don't think will contribute very much.
Sexy.
We
You
got-
never know.
Boat
I'm saying.
Boat will be on Drake's side, which could be scary because Boat's in a mode right now. Because
Senor Yachty.
they'll be dealing with at least two artists in their primes, being J. Cole and Lil Yachty, who are both hitting their prime right now. Kind of scary. We also got the potential semi-frequent collaborators. We got Smino, who's collaborated with a lot of Dreamville people a lot. We got ASAP Ferg, who is very close with Boss. Again, that one's kind of a reach.
Bossy.
I also wrote down Dirk, and then the scariest potential, the scariest Drake, the scariest Team Cole member,
Smiley!
who is a strong affiliate with Drake,
Smiley.
a man by the name of DJ Khaled.
Oh nah.
It's over.
I would never be
Imagine-
afraid.
Imagine the
Imagine
generational
a DJ
generational
Khaled.
diss. We the best music.
I was
What
just
hap-
gonna say, imagine Drake does something with Khaled, and it starts off with Khaled going, "You the worst music."
What if he's gonna go golfing with Kendrick? Then we're really gonna be cooked.
Imagine, bro.
Oh no!
Let's go golfing.
golfing.
Let's go golfing.
And then, of course, I have Quavo and Offset as possibilities. I still think Team Kendrick, it's smaller, but I think it's scarier. Primarily because of Kendrick Lamar. because it's
Yeah, exactly.
So, because again, I think Kendrick Lamar,
Kendrick is
realistically,
bodying like half the people on that list.
I don't think this is that crazy to say. I think if it was literally Kendrick versus that entire team, Kendrick could win.
Yeah,
He could,
he
because
could
he's
drop
just
an
that
album
good.
with one song about each of them.
Exactly.
Oh,
And it would be
nah.
over. So we got Kendrick, we got Metro, who obviously will be like there to make sure that the beats are fire on all the diss tracks. We got Future, we got Cardi, we got Travis, which is interesting. I'm very interested to hear Travis drop disses. I think that could be cool. Potentially Don Toliver and Sheck West because of the Travis affiliations.
Yeah.
Again,
Cactus
maybe
Jack.
Quavo, maybe Offset, but again, that's iffy.
I would
The
see
week-
Quavo and Offset siding more with this side.
That's what I was gonna say too.
I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense. The Migos have done a lot with Drake, but not recently.
Yeah.
So
If we're going, I feel like that's how
the
although
same
we
thing with
should
also
decide.
21
a possibility, Kendrick and Offset have never really squashed their shit. There's a chance we get Quavo on one side and Offset on the other.
No. Hey, Migos
It's po-
ain't a
it's
thing anymore.
possible.
Yeah, true.
It's not, and they
happen.
still don't seem to fuck with each other. They haven't made anything together.
Could happen.
But we also got the Weeknd, which is I don't think he's gonna do much,
Might go.
to be honest.
Ah, you
Nah,
never know.
he's gonna
He
hit
could.
us. He's gonna hit us with some beautiful disses with like insane harmonics, bro.
Max
it's gonna be
Lightskin.
over. Yeah, light skin diss track.
And then we got Baby Keem, who I think will be a big contributor here. We got Rick Ross, who could be awesome. We got Thug if he ever gets out of fucking jail.
Nah, bro.
And then we
Truly
got
humble under
my
God.
god.
You heard
This is
they
something
said
that-
the trial is going for like another 4 years.
Yeah, I
Fuck.
saw that.
Truly humble under God.
And then this one's here. We got the Black Hippie Squad with J Rock, Schoolboy Q, and
My
Absol.
goat!
Yeah,
J Rock!
J Rock, Schoolboy Q,
Yo,
and Absol
J-Rock
getting on
gets
this, which is
on there?
very, very, very possible.
It's
over.
Absol and Schoolboy Q are scary.
Because that and
J-Rock, bro?
That's
Yeah,
a collective
J-Rock.
of 4 artists that are Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q, Absol, and J Rock. That's a filthy group right there.
They all have a song together, don't they? What the fuck is it?
Yeah, they have a couple of songs together.
What's the
they're
one?
like a collective for a reason. They did a remix for That Part, which is a Schoolboy Q song that originally featured
Nah.
Kanye, but they made a version that features Absol, J Rock, and Kendrick instead.
Wow Freestyle. No,
Nah, bro,
King's
my
Dead.
favorite. It's not
Oh, wait,
all
no.
of them.
Yeah, Wow Freestyle.
It's not all of them, but my favorite, bro. Hood gon' love it. J Rock and Kendrick. Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, J Rock and Kendrick are a good duo.
Because the 4 of them also have some fucking chemistry too.
Yeah.
So
Especially
they
if
just
Schoolboy
stay
Q
flow.
is off Blue Lips.
Yo,
bro.
get a Blue
Schoolboy
Lips
Q off
Deluxe.
Blue Lips.
Blue Lips Deluxe with Kendrick. Yo.
and he's just got disses out the
He could.
wazoo.
Wait, that's actually
That
like,
would go
so,
crazy.
That's high potential.
I will say, I think the Black Hippies easily beat everybody on Team Cole. Just the 4 of them.
No.
Yeah, it's not a
Okay.
bad take. If you're including
But-
Kendrick in it, yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
Kendrick's part of it. It's the 4 of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. They're cooked.
Anyway,
They're cooked.
I think
the
'cause
rest
here's
of the
thing.
rest of the team is just icing on the cake, bro.
The scariest duo for Team Cole is I guess there's an easy scariest trio actually. It's Cole, Wayne, and Jid.
Mm-hmm.
That's a scary 3 people. But on the other hand, you got Kendrick and you got like Travis and you got J Rock and Schoolboy Q and Absol.
Yeah, it's like
And
Traps.
Black Hippie has made one of Matt's favorite songs.
have they now?
UOENO.
Yeah.
You don't even know.
Mario
Yeah,
the champagne. Like
All right. So that's my
Crazy.
little conspiracy theory about where this beef can go. I really hope it takes
see.
off into
We'll see
something
how
like
it
this because I think that would be
unfolds.
awesome. I want to see like duos dissing each other. Like I want to see like Jid and Boss versus like Baby Keem and Travis Scott. Fucking Durag Activity Part 2.
oh,
That'd be so
no.
sick.
That'd be so sick. I just want to see like the weird duos that come out of it and the group disses. I want to see shit like hit 'em up. That's what I want to see.
Yo, imagine. Devious.
But we can move on to our albums of the week. I know we've been good. That did take us.
Yeah, we
That's
can be a little
fine.
quick.
A little
More
while,
important things were at hand.
We
Yeah,
can be
we don't.
quick,
We
though.
can be a little brief with this. We'll go same order. Ethan, start us off with Doris,
This thing, let me go
which
look.
is Matt's pick, by the way. Matt's pick.
Matt's pick, Doris. Very, very good. Underrated, I think. I was kind of fucking with the whole every track pretty much. I think it's similar to Mad Villainy, which is the next thing, where it's just like rapping. But we'll get into it. Mad Villainy is an interesting album. I'm gonna give it a 7, I think,
Okay.
on the dot.
I
Respectful.
thought the beats all around were pretty fucking sick. However, I think his delivery when he's on
He
the more
talks.
tired and monotone
Yeah.
side, it doesn't work all the time.
Bro,
for me. I
that's
think
what I
sometimes-
like about bro.
Sometimes it gets boring, and that was the downfall of his
Yeah.
most recent project with The Alchemist, Vardir. That really made that album boring to listen to. It wasn't as bad with this because there weren't as many tracks where that was the case. I liked a vast majority of the tracks. There were maybe like 3 that I didn't really like, but
Same.
there were some tracks that sounded a little samey. But again, that was not too frequent. I ended up giving it a 6.8, so I'm pretty close with your rating there, Ethan. I think it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh no! All right. In comparison, I did a little higher.
No, it's fine. I might.
I really fuck with like the tire delivery. Like that's one of the main things that I like about Earl Sweatshirt.
See, the tire delivery is the reason I don't like artists like Larry June.
It was just hit or miss.
You should
on
listen
this
to Larry
album.
June though. You would like that, Matt. Larry.
No,
June
I have
you would
listened
like
to
if you
Larry
like
June.
that.
I don't really fuck with Larry June that much.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I only like a few songs, but like I think for me, this had the same problem, not to the same extent, but similar problem to We Don't Trust You, where that like there were songs that felt like kind of generic.
Yeah.
Just like filler. Yeah, I agree.
Like I feel like if you took like the main middle chunk of the album,
it would be like an 8.5 album easily.
Yeah, and then like parts of the beginning and parts of the end kind of sell it.
I fully agree. Actually,
I think that's a good take.
all my best ratings are in the middle.
Yeah.
I think
exactly.
I would argue.
Like, bro, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but that
No,
fucking
you're good.
Mac
Go ahead.
Miller song was so butt, bro. Oh my
Really?
god.
Wait,
I
no,
kind of
I'm-
like the.
I'm the
I kinda
opposite.
like the Mac
Compared to
Miller
the
track.
rest of that middle part, it dragged it down for me.
No,
I really
Mac
didn't
had
like
like a
it.
good voice on it. It was distorted weird.
Yeah,
It
I
sounded
kind of
didn't
like
like
the pitch
it.
down. I
So
like
did
the
I.
pitch down.
Nah,
But
I wouldn't
honestly,
fuck with it
I
personally.
liked 11 tracks on this. I don't think it was necessarily a middle heavy thing for me. I think there were just a couple of sleepers here and there because I think some of the strongest tracks were at the end. Like I think Whoa was really good, and I think the outro. I think the outro was one of the best tracks on the entire project, in my opinion. I really liked Night.
I'm not as.
That was
I
the one with
agree,
Dumb
but
and
not
Genesis,
as much.
right?
Chum was great. I also love Vince Staples. So
Chum
happy
was
he made a
probably
few
the best song
appearances.
for me.
Chum was really good.
I
I
thought-
don't know what my favorite one was though.
I'm gonna say, well, Matt. First of all, out of 10, what are you giving it?
Oh yeah, I'm giving it a 7.3.
Oh, it's
Okay.
not that high. What do you mean? You're saying much higher.
We're in a 0.5 point range from lowest to highest. That's
okay.
pretty. Yeah.
I'm saying Tyler. Oh, we got to do an album. We got to do an old Tyler because he brings some energy that's like insane.
If we do any Tyler, I mean, obviously,
I wanna
if
do
it's
Goblin,
if I
bro.
have to pick Tyler, I really want to listen to Igor. But if we want to do old Tyler,
I want to
I'm
listen
so
to
down
some
to listen to
Wolf
more of it.
because I've
We'll
listened
get
to
there.
Igor.
We'll get there, yeah.
I
But,
really do want to listen. I think if we listen to
energy.
Goblin or
The-
something, oh,
Goblin
nah.
or Wolf. The energy
Goblin
on
or Wolf,
Sasquatch had me like turned up. I was
Yeah.
I have to say, I think Centurion,
so good.
however it's pronounced, that's one of my favorite tracks.
Same for
sure.
me. I think it is my favorite.
That
For
track
me,
was great.
My top 3 was
Also, Burgundy was great.
Chum, of course. That's low-key probably my favorite.
Chum was really good.
Chum, I really liked the first Domo Genesis song, 20 Wave Caps.
Yep,
Yeah, that
so
song
did
was
I.
good.
That shit was so gas. And then
I just
low-key Molasses, the one with RZA.
that was my
I think
probably
it's
my
pronounced
least
RZA.
favorite. RZA. Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Wu-Tang, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, actually.
I didn't really
Yeah.
like Molasses
Not
that much.
cultured.
I did.
I
I like the
fucked
song.
with
I didn't. I mean, RZA's involvement was minimal, but it didn't hurt.
Nah, I really like that one.
But
All right.
yeah. I mean, do you guys want to move on to Mad Villainy?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on.
MF Doom and Mad Lib's Mad Villainy. Ethan, start us
Okay.
off here.
This is an experimental. This is an
Also,
experimental album.
one thing I want to note before you give any notes is
Very.
like it is a 22-track album. It's 13 songs.
It's 13
Very
songs. I was
extra.
going to say the same thing. It's
I
very
I
experimental.
like that though, because
No,
like
I
Me
do
too.
too.
there's an album that
and
I
the
might,
instrumental shit is cool.
yeah
Yeah,
there's
Mad
an,
Lib is
there's an
great.
album I might do for like my album of the weeks like in the future that is like instrumental hip hop like that, but it's so gas,
Yeah, no. It's very, very, like,
very abstract album.
very abstract. Yeah,
I
good
love
way to put it.
abstract rap.
And every song that is an actual song is so good. So I'm only
Mhm.
taking my rating off that. I'm giving it, I think, like an 8.4.
Okay. I was thinking about it, and I was like, okay, if I'm trying to compare this to the only other thing we've listened to from the 2000s, we listened to the College Dropout. Which one do I like more, and by how much? I didn't think the gap was very big. I do like the College Dropout more just because it has more like super classics like All Falls Down, which I ended up giving the College Dropout an 8.8. It has been deduced since our initial rating by 0.2 points. But there you go. Now you know that. I think the beats all around Madlib was cooking because it's not something you hear on other albums, but it all works. Doom, the chemistry between them, Doom's flows are so good on all of these types of beats. It's just it's so good. I gave it an 8.6. 8.6 out of 10.
Fair. I just think that I've listened to other Doom albums. This isn't the best one. So
really,
when we
there are a
get
lot
in
of
there-
people who say Mad Villainy is the best rap album of the 2000s.
2000s.
It's not my favorite Doom. I like Food more.
Yeah, I haven't listened to.
We'll
as
listen
many
to
Doom
Food
albums.
eventually.
I've listened
we'll
to Food, Operation Doomsday, and this. Yo, Light Glaze for the one time. Yo, I fucking love this album. Holy shit,
It's really fucking
this
good.
shit was so good.
It's really good.
Like, bro, the instrumental shit, fire. Like, one of them, I forget which one it was, but there was one of, like, the instrumental tracks. I think it was
Bistro.
bro. Bistro and bro. Those two were so gas. Oh, my lord.
Bistro was probably my favorite instrumental track.
Bistro was
has every
definitely my
alter ego
favorite.
in it.
Bistro was probably my favorite instrumental one. But for me, got really close. I really fucked with that one. But, like, low-key, like I said, Glaze for the one time, bro. I'm giving this a fucking 9.7.
That's
A 9.7? Wow.
That's
dude.
insane.
I
don't-
love this shit.
I respect it. I think that's a fair. Like, if someone walked up to me and was like, "I think Mad Villainy is a 10 on 10 album," I'd be like, "It's not far from it."
Like,
I can't. That's a respectable
I can understand
opinion.
Ethan because, like, he's
No, I
listening to
gotta
way
be
more
honest.
Doom. But, like, from my perspective, just listening to, like, 3 Doom albums, yo.
Because here's the thing, I like good rap music,
Fantastic.
but I also like rap music that doesn't sound like rap music I've heard before. And this is that. It's just so
Exactly.
fucking good, and it's so different.
No, I agree.
That's why I
there's
quickly grew to enjoy stuff like a good chunk of Scaring the Hose, because it's weird.
Yeah.
I agree, but there's like 4 tracks on this that are just like too much.
Out of the actual
nothing,
rap
for me,
tracks,
I liked everything.
out of the 13 tracks that involved actual like regular rapping, I enjoyed 12 of them. The only one
Matt,
I
you
didn't
liked
really
Rainbows?
I liked
Yeah.
Rainbows.
I was not a fan of Rainbows. That was like what took it down for me.
Dude,
The only one I didn't
Rainbows was
like-
valid.
Actually, no, Rainbows was the one with just the singing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I don't have that one in there, but I didn't count that among the other rapping tracks because it wasn't the same. But I didn't love Strange Ways. But that's it. I liked everything else.
I didn't like Strange Ways that much either. I think
But,
Curls is kind of mid.
Maybe it'll drop down when we listen to more Doom, but right now, like, this is really high up for me.
Also, by the end, so this is your second highest rating now, right? This is
Yeah.
just below To Pimp a Butterfly. I just wanted to note everything was really good. And I wouldn't say it sounded the same. It just all had very similar vibes, and a lot of it was good for the same reasons. So by the end, my notes for songs that I liked, literally for the last 3 tracks, for all caps, I just wrote yes. For Great Day, I just wrote yep. And for Rhinestone Cowboy, I just wrote yeah.
Bro, Rise
think,
Like a Cowboy was so good.
I think like all caps, Meat Grinder,
Caps was-
Accordion, Raid.
All
10
caps
out of
was one of the
10s.
best tracks on the entire project, for
Well,
sure.
it has the most iconic bar of like, in my opinion, like all time.
Yeah.
Everybody spells his name correctly just because of one line.
Uh-huh. And also, Figaro was good.
Yeah, for my top 3, I have fucking, where is it? Hold on. Go scroll. I have Money Folder, Raid, and fucking Figaro.
Damn, what?
That's mine.
That's a crazy top 3.
That's
I can't
just
even
the shit
lie.
that I really liked.
No all caps or like.
I don't know what my top
accordion.
3 was. I mean, I only listened through it once, so I don't remember all of them off the top of my head. But yeah,
I
don't
know my top. My top
three
3s are easily. I have 3: Accordion, Meat Grinder, and all caps, and Fancy
Fair.
Clown. Fuck, I have all 4 of those at 10 out of 10 songs.
Respectable.
And the intro is insane. Imagine you pick
The-
up like a CD in 04 and that intro comes on.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my
intro is
God.
so sick. Also, I didn't love the featuring Quasimodo and featuring
Well-
Victor Vaughn.
Quasimodo is Madlib's alter ego.
Yeah, I know. And Victor Vaughn is obviously one of Doom's.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I fucked with that.
Quasimodo, I don't really, but Victor Vaughn is fine.
Also, is it bad that I didn't know that when Doom produces, he just changes the MF from standing for Metal Face to Metal Fingers? Because I did not know that until listening to this.
And I don't think a lot of people know that.
Oh, well, now I know. Now
I
I'm not a lot of people.
No, he's Metal Fingers and Metal Face. I think he references both of them in bars in the tracks too.
Yeah. That's why I was saying. 'Cause
Is that what you caught it?
Metal Fingers was
He says it quite
specifically
often.
when he's not rapping, when he's producing.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's that. Those are our albums of the week. If anybody who's wondering why there were two, this was one of those situations where we have
Little
a
anniversary.
classic album reach an anniversary. Mad Villainy turned 20 years old in the past week, so we covered it. Now it's time for me to make my pick, which is an album I'm very excited for. This is our first non-rap album. It's an old R&B album, and it's a classic among many, and I've only heard one track off of it ever. We are going to be listening to the, I believe, 10-track project by Marvin Gaye, What's Going On, from 1971.
Oh,
I am
wait,
so
that's
excited to
fire.
listen to this. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this day, but I knew for my first album of the week I had to pick T-Pab. But
W fucking
oh my god,
pick.
I'm
What?
so excited for this project.
That's
I've always wanted to
awesome.
listen to more Marvin Gaye because obviously everything I fucking heard is great because he's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm just so excited. So
Fair,
if anybody wants to
honestly.
follow along, the reason we do album of the week, it works kind of like a book club, but with albums. We tell you guys, like I'm telling you right now, what we're going to be covering next week, and then you guys get until the next episode comes out to give it a listen and get your thoughts, and you could be kind of part of the conversation with us when we talk about it in the next
fucking come
episode.
to the next meeting, dude.
Yes, sir.
We're
Yes,
running
sir.
low on members, dude.
Hey,
But yeah, I guess we could just give a little brief what we're listening to segment.
Oh
If you
yeah.
guys want to.
Let me pull up my thing for the month.
I can do it. I've
All
never
right, you go
listened.
ahead.
So I've been busy. Haven't listened to much. I listened to Damn though outside. Like Damn is the only thing I listen to outside of this, just because it's like the one Kendrick project I really.
Another
haven't listened to
reason why
enough.
Kendrick is the GOAT, bro. Only
Yeah.
rapper to get a fucking
I
Pulitzer
wanted to-
Prize.
I wanted to bring up something and I forgot. I saw a crazy take,
Yeah.
Okay, drop it.
but I kind of agree. This dude.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about this before,
Yeah.
but you didn't drop it yet. Yeah,
This
go
dude
ahead.
said if you take the top 4 albums from Cole, Kendrick, and Drake,
hmm
Drake doesn't get in. If you take all top 4s and then make a list of 4.
Oh,
if
yeah,
that-
Oh no,
It's
I
just-
think that's a
it's gonna be-
100% agreeable
That's what
take.
I.
just gonna
That's
be
what I
Kendrick and
think.
Cole.
I think it's 2014 or For Your Eyes Only, and then 3 Kendrick albums easily.
I think it's To Pimp a
yeah.
Butterfly, Good Kid, Mad City. I would probably put For Your Eyes Only next,
And then it's either
you could go either way with
Damn
Mr.
or
Morale's
24.
Section 80 or Damn.
Nah, I don't think
Or-
Section
or-
80.
You don't think so?
Nah, I don't think it. Well, first of all, it's extremely underrated compared to every other album, and I just don't think it has as many like heavy hitters across the whole thing.
Where do you think Drake finally lands? Like
I think
does-
it's
like,
5 or 6.
is Drake's best project? Which do you guys think it's? If you're reading this, it's too late.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Which Kendrick project is that better than?
It's not
Is it
better
better
than
than
Damn.
Untitled Unmastered?
Yes, I do think so. I've listened to
I
every.
recently listened through Untitled Unmastered, and it's really fucking good.
It is, but it's kind of long for 8 tracks, which is like
It is long for 8 tracks, but oh my god, it's so fucking good.
it is very good. But I think it doesn't get over.
I think that's
Fair.
fair.
Okay, so we do agree. I wasn't sure if that was a hot take or not. I saw it and I agreed.
I think a lot
No,
of the
yeah.
Drake fans will be mad. And while we're talking about hot takes, I just wanted to drop something. This is somebody I constantly reference in these episodes because my only interaction with him is us arguing on in Instagram DMs about music takes because we never agree. He thinks that Drake and J. Cole are a scarier duo than Kendrick and Keem.
Yeah, he's sucking the snake.
I disagree. I couldn't disagree more.
Scary and
family ties. Family ties.
Yeah,
If we're
sure, yeah,
talking
what-
scary and like a diss, definitely not. But if it's like power to like make it,
Yeah,
it is,
in terms of star
No,
power,
we're,
maybe.
we're not talking about trying to get number one. We're talking about like
dissing
just
each
like
other.
the
yeah,
war.
he's an idiot.
exactly
The battlefield.
Exactly. And I would argue, even then, I think Baby Keem and Kendrick have more potential to make a song that I would enjoy.
That you
than
would enjoy.
Cole and Drake.
Hey,
But
man.
that's for me.
Hey, man.
Obviously,
They
it's
fucking-
unfair putting
The
Drake in the
Hillbillies,
conversation.
bro, they used a beat from the fucking that Drake. Honestly, never mind. It was better. It was better.
Yeah. Way better, actually. 'Cause
Exactly.
Honestly, Rhymes kinda
Way
fucking
more
ass.
listenable. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
yo. Tough.
Anyway, what we've been listening to.
we've been
that
listening to.
got brought up because I listened. There's like a thing you can listen to damn forwards and backwards in track order, and I listened to it forwards, and now I'm planning on listening to it backwards.
I've never listened to it
Valid.
backwards. I need to do that at some point.
Well, I was gonna save it for album of the week, but I already have a choice for next week when I pick, so I was like, I'm not gonna wait 4 weeks. I just want to listen to them already.
Yeah,
Respectable.
I understand. I'll go next. So I've been still been having a lot of To Pimp a Butterfly in the rotation.
Respectable.
I've also listened to Like That. Honestly, probably 35 times by now.
I probably
Holy
listened to it like
shit!
10
It's
times,
so
I'm gonna be
bad
honest.
because like someone will talk about it and then I'm like, I gotta listen to it.
I've been listening to it so much. I went through my YouTube history. I've listened to it 11 times off of watching people react to it. That's not even talking about me just playing.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
Yeah. Now I'm curious how many times you've listened to it.
I don't know
By
how many
the end of
times
the
I've
month-
listened to it, but like,
By the end of the month, I'll be able to get that to you guys because it's definitely my most listened song this month, and I will get that statistic for my Apple Replay.
it's the
Yeah.
first. Oh yeah, Apple Replay is doing like monthly now, right?
Yep.
So
Damn.
I think every time I open up Spotify, I cue it first, and then I just let whatever else come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I go to my playlist and I look for like that and then I have it run.
I've also been doing a little thing that I mentioned last week where I am listening to Travis Scott's projects from before the fame, from before Owl Pharaoh, when he's dropping in the late
Oh yeah,
2000s.
I saw you were
when he's like
streaming them.
a 17-year-old. And if you guys want to be there for that, your boy Pants X on
Shameless
Twitch,
plug.
or your boy Pants on YouTube.
Yeah.
I do stream me listening to that because a lot of it is non-copyright. I've gotten through his first 3 projects, and it's not as dog shit as I was expecting it to be. The first one, I mean, a lot of it is like fun more so than it is good, but I still count that very heavily in my ratings. The first project was like a 4, 4.5. The second one was maybe like a 2. It was really bad. And the third one was probably similar, like a 4. It's enjoyable. It's not like, oh my god, he's been goated since the start. But yeah, and I still have a lot more to listen to. Probably my next stream of it will probably be the last one for Travis Scott in particular. We'll probably tackle Kendrick or Cole after that. But yeah, that's what I've been listening to. And some of it is really funny. Some of it is really bad. Some of it is pretty good. Not really. None of it's really good, but it's a very enjoyable thing. I would suggest doing it at some time, or you could tune in. Also, I guess I'll just plug this now. If you guys want to tune in, also on my Twitch channel, the 3 of us, when there's enough new music dropping on a Friday for us to warrant it, we'll be doing reactions live when the music drops midnight Eastern time.
And potentially a
Sometimes
4.
if we can't get all of us, I'll do it anyway by myself. But it'll be the 3 of us, and we also have one of our fellas, MJ, who made our little backdrop on the YouTube channel that you guys are watching, our little layout. So shout out to him again. But yeah, if you guys want to tune into our initial reactions for New Music Friday, we did that for the first time with We Don't Trust You. So tune into that again, midnight Eastern. But yeah, that's what I've been listening to. A lot of To Pimp a Butterfly, a lot of old Travis Scott, and a lot of Like That.
All right. As of today, I have listened to Like That 13 times.
Nice.
That's devious. So for this week, all right, let me look. I've been listening to Bon Iver a lot
Oh, okay.
because when I was looking for songs for like next week's 7-song thing.
I do the same thing.
I was looking through. I think I was looking through Dark Twisted Fantasy. I forgot why, but I was listening to Lost in the World.
Lost in the World.
And
Yeah.
then I went and listened to what they used for like the intro, Woods by Bon Iver. That shit's gas, bro. It's literally just him singing with autotune and then like using it to harmonize it. It's so gas.
I've never heard the original, but I
It's
love
fire,
Lost in the World.
but a low key, yeah, I fuck with it. I've been listening to fucking lot of fucking dude. I swear, every week Paid is in my rotation. It's the fucking like I just skip Kanye. I go to Ty Dolla $ign because I love how Ty Dolla $ign sounds on that shit.
I'm just here to get paid.
Bro, the fucking baby, you're the hottest in the city. That shit is so gas.
That part is pretty good.
Fucking.
I listened to "Do It" for the first time since my initial listen. Pretty good.
I also still got some T-Pab in there. I got, of course, now it's constantly in the playlist. Fucking Tale of Two Cities, Fire Squad, Get Off My Dick. There's a lot of Kendrick, a lot of Cole.
Tale of Two Cities is so
dude,
good.
it's so good. I'm fucking walking to class and I'm so tempted to just go run it.
Run it.
It's so hard.
Nice botch. Run it.
It's bro. The part it's the fucking ugh.
Yeah, nice watch.
Ugh.
Shit is so good.
Ugh, nice watch.
I love the intro too.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
a lot of
outro.
fucking, lot of 2014 Forest Hills Drive, a lot of T-Pab, and then the only other like notable thing that I have in my rotation right now is Boldy James. That I haven't had.
I've been listening to some Boldy James.
I've been listening to.
I've not listened to much Boldy James. I've heard him on a lot of features.
We gotta listen to Super Tecmo Bow.
Yeah,
like,
I haven't listened to Super Techno Bow at all.
Great Adventures is such a good song. It comes on.
I've been listening to one of his projects with The Alchemist. I've been listening to The Price of Tea in China.
Okay.
There's two songs.
That is a
that I like
Boldy
on
James
that
ass album title.
one.
Well, I
Right?
mean, he has fucking Bo Jackson, Super Tecmo Bow, both referring to Bo Jackson, and then The Price of Tea in China.
I'm just looking in his albums. There's fucking The Art of Rock Climbing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I really like I'm trying to remember which one. Gray October is the one that's been in my rotation, but I also really like Phone Bill on there. That's the only.
I have so many
notable thing
songs
that's,
queued
like,
up for album of the week picks. Bro.
I gotta actually
frustrating.
make a list now because it's always something that I'm like thinking of at the time, and then I do it. I gotta make a list. So
Bro,
I have,
let's see, not
things to
including what's
choose
going
from.
on. I'm deleting it from the list right now. I've got 5 picks queued up.
I
Yeah, I
have
gotta
like
make a
2 in
list.
my brain. 2 artists
yeah,
specifically.
I have like a few in my brain, but then like when it comes
Actually,
time
3,
for me
I
to
guess.
pick, I don't know which one to choose.
Bro,
So I'm gonna make
it's
like an
crazy.
actual tangible list.
I'm gonna tease a little bit. Just
Don't tease me.
Talking about
No, don't
how
tease me, bro.
ridiculously diverse my picks are. So we're going with what's going on.
My
by
picks are
Marvin
so
Gaye.
diverse too.
And then I have a classic trap album that I have not listened to in its entirety in forever, so I don't even remember how all the tracks sound. And then I have a classic rap R&B track, and then I have a completely non-rap track at all. And then I have a rap album that I have liked a lot of the tracks on, but have only listened to like 4 of. And then I have a classic that I just want to listen to get a rating on the spreadsheet.
Respect.
Ooh, I have like a early 2000s like New York, and then I have like R&B, old R&B, basically the same thing as what we're doing this week.
Okay.
And then like a more like grungy.
I have a quick question for you guys in terms of the anniversary picks or like the classic picks. We already established that we think it should only be a notable anniversary if it's in intervals of 5.
Pretty
5 or
much.
10,
Does
yeah,
that
whatever.
make sense? However,
I think 5 might be a little
what
soon.
quantifies
Yeah.
that the album is worth getting that listen? Does it
If we want
if
to.
it's,
Just
if it's
if we
10
want
years
to.
old and we want to, or
I don't
does it
give
have
a
to be,
fuck
like,
if it's
a
10 years
classic?
old and it's like a Machine Gun Kelly like
Yeah, bro.
bullshit.
Okay.
If
That's
bro,
what-
fucking,
yeah,
it's
that's
been
what
a
I
minute.
figured.
It's been a minute since Ice JJ Fish dropped. I'm not listening to that shit on the pod.
Nah, that's
there's
valid though. I would
something-
listen to a single.
Yeah.
There's something that's turning 10 much later this year that I wanna cover when we get to it.
I
We
was
don't have to
I was looking
worry
for
about it
stuff
now.
that would turn 10.
If you
I
guys
was on.
want to know what I'm talking about, by the way, nope, not that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's turning-
I was looking on album of the year for
That's
shit
turning
that
10.
was turning 10 this year, and I saw that.
Yeah,
I was
Days
like,
Before
oh,
Rodeo.
I
I
was
want to
like,
cover
oh,
that
that'll be-
in September.
I was like, that low key go crazy.
August. In August, we can cover Days Before Rodeo.
Yeah. I'm
Anyway,
down. Yeah.
that's it.
The only other thing I've
sorry,
listened to
my
this
bad.
week, the
Tell me.
fucking Spotify DJ, and I remembered why I
God.
hated it, and I immediately stopped
He's so
using it.
shit. I would never listen
Dude,
to that motherfucker.
It's your DJ X. He was like, I'm gonna put on
You're
stuff you've
DJ
been.
X.
He goes, I'm gonna put on stuff you've been listening to recently, and puts on a fucking Her Law song that I haven't listened to since
It's
like
never.
June.
It's never what you've been.
And I was like,
listening
what the
to.
fuck is this guy talking
I've
about?
never used the Apple Music Radio feature.
You shouldn't.
We have an AI
I've
DJ.
used like the infinity shuffle thing, which works sometimes and it puts me onto music sometimes, but I'm usually just listening to my playlist. I mean, it's like 3,100 tracks, so I don't
Yeah.
usually get the same shit.
Damn, 31.
Yeah, it's like 180
I think
hours.
my
Anyway,
biggest one is only 1900.
that's still a lot.
Yeah,
Anyway, that's
same.
going to wrap up episode 8 of Set the Bars. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, if you guys want to be in for our Album of the Week conversation coming up, make sure to peep What's Going On by Marvin
Gaye. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for tuning in. And we will see you all next week. Deuces.
Deuces.